So that's great to hear about your study abroad experience. And you just came back to Vietnam, right?
Yep.
Okay, so how do you feel coming back to Vietnam now?
It feels weird. First time I arrived at the Mumbai airport, everything just felt dirty or sweaty. I don't know, it sounds a bit dirty, but it just what I felt. I mean, everything back there it's just so clean and so it felt weird first, but I'm used to it now. I mean, after all this, where I've been living for 16 years, so no problem.
Get used to it again, right?
Yeah.
So it's been, I think you studied here about a year and a half ago, right?
Yeah.
A year ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I just wanted to ask you what you remember about your experience here, what you enjoyed about studying here, and what was useful for you in the future.
I'm not going to take sides in this or my own school, but I remember that I was having a much better time here than in school, mainly because I was only here for 4 hours a week, and at school I have to spend like pretty much every day. But studying here was pretty enjoyable for me because, well, first of all, it wasn't that difficult. So, and then you guys got cool facilities. You guys have cool people like you. So, and also I met. It was really fun being with cool other students. So overall, it was pretty nice being here.
Great. So yeah, we studied together in a class for I think it was about 6 months, right?
6 months.
And then after that, you were preparing to do your IELTS test.
Yeah.
Alright, so you think we studied 1-to-1. What about the preparation for IELTS? What did you find most useful as you were getting closer to the exam?
Well, about 2-3 weeks close to the exam, I was having trouble with the writing test. Up until then, I believed that I was a competent writer, maybe because I knew a lot of fancy vocabularies. But then it just dawned on me that big vocabularies were the only thing that's going to help me in writing. So I got to spend some time with you, polishing my skills, and that period of time was very helpful to me because I realized that I needed to improve a lot in my writing. And then I got a pretty decent score in the writing task, so it's great.
Now, there are a lot of students obviously preparing for IELTS. A lot of them have dreams of studying abroad like you.
Yeah.
So what kind of tips would you give to students as they prepare for the exam? What would be your top tip?
Well, this is not exactly a very secret tip or something, but one thing that I regret back then is that I sacrificed the results of my other subjects like maths and literature and other subjects so that I can focus all my time on the IELTS. So subsequently my scores in those subjects just dropped down a lot. So I would advise other students who are preparing for the IELTS that they should not sacrifice their time for other subjects or even at the school so that they could get a high score in IELTS, because if they don't have a great performance in school, then it is very unlikely that they'll get a good scholarship. I mean, my scholarship itself wasn't very good, I only got like 20% of the total tuition, so that's one thing that I regret about.
Okay, so you mean you're going to balance your timetable, right?
Yeah.
To balance your studies. Okay. And what about actually when you're in the exam? I mean, did you feel under pressure?
No, absolutely was. I think I was stressing myself out the most at the writing section because I've only got 40 minutes for the second task. It was horrible. I mean, I was smashing crazy. And then when I ran out of paper, I asked the invigilator for more paper, and then they asked me to sign all this stuff, and I was freaking out. I was like, just force me to sign this at any time.
Yeah.
Well, luckily I was able to finish it on time and did some double check, so it was okay.
All right. Well, last thing I want to ask you is, yeah, you were just telling me about your experience. You've been in America.
Yeah.
You're there yearly, right?
Mm-hmm.
In terms of kind of preparation for going to live in America or live in another country, what what kind of advice would you give to people who wanted to, of your age, who wanted to go and have the same experience?
I guess my advice would not be something to cram, because nowadays there are a lot of people who go to America to study. So I guess that if people want to come to live in the US, I guess they should hear others' advice on it. I mean, there's going to be a lot of opposing advices, different advices, but I think it's good to listen to them, because maybe, well, at least they're going to give you a clear picture of what's going to happen. And then there's this problem about making friends. I had trouble with making friends at first, and then while I was having trouble, I looked to other international students, and it was kind of weird for me because while I got good English, they didn't, but they got way better social skills than mine, so they virtually didn't have any trouble besides the language barrier. So I guess that I would advise other people who want to come to the US that they have to be more social a little bit. I mean, I myself am not a very social person, so it's a good thing to prepare.
You feel that you've become more sociable since you...
I guess so. Yes, because I didn't really start talking to people until the second term. I mean, I got to practice talking to people a little bit. I remember that the first few talks were very awkward. So I mean, I'm still embarrassed by it, but I got better. So
Good.
it was okay now.
Alright. Okay. Well, congratulations.
Oh, thanks.
Thanks for coming in today.
No
Good
problem.
to see you again.
Yeah.
And hope to see you again.
Yeah, sure.
Thanks, Raymond.